Guys, today I am going to do the Scariest Things tag, and I've seen a couple of people do this. This is probably more of like a Halloween type video, but you know what? I'm gonna do it now anyway. So the first question, I wrote them down on a piece of paper because I'm old school like that and I didn't feel like getting them on my phone. Scariest real life experience. So I'm assuming that that means like not paranormal, because the next question is scariest paranormal experience. I'm gonna, like, I don't know how to take that question, but I'm gonna take it as, like, sometime in your life when you've been really scared. I was really scared when I lost my mom. That whole day was probably the scariest day of my life. She went to the store to get cigarettes because she was a heavy smoker, and that contributed to her death. And my brother started yelling for me later, like after she came home, that she passed out and we couldn't wake her up and we had to call 911, and she was just, they tried to save her, but I'm pretty sure she died before she even got to the hospital, and that was just like that feeling of helplessness, like you don't know what to do. That was probably the scariest moment of my life. Scariest paranormal experience. I'm a huge skeptic when it comes to that stuff. That's why my favorite like ghost hunting show is Ghost Hunters, because they actually try to debunk things and figure out why that just happened. But not that I was necessarily scared, but it was actually in this house a couple months ago maybe. Aiden has these little like magnetic letters on the refrigerator in the kitchen, and I was walking out of the kitchen and going to go down the stairs to come down into this room, and I heard one like knock against the wall behind me, which the refrigerator is like in a corner in the kitchen, so it would have had to go this way and like swing around to hit the wall, and I turned around and he had, I think it was the letter A, like someone just flung it against the wall behind me and it fell right on the floor, and I thought Steven was screwing with me, but I came down and he was in here, and I'm like, are you screwing with me? I don't know why I asked him that because he was down here anyways. But he's like, no, why? And then I had to explain it to him, and he's like, oh, it was probably my grandpa, because his grandma still swears that she sees him in the house every now and then, so it's creepy, but like it's not really scary. But why did he throw a magnetic letter at me? Number 3 is, have you ever known anyone convicted of a violent crime? That's kind of a weird question to have on here, but no, not that I know of. 4, are you afraid of the dark? Why or why not? I'm not afraid of the dark unless I just watched something that really creeped me out. Like, I can watch the goriest horror movies, but anything about aliens freaks me out for some reason. Like, I don't like not knowing what's out there in other planets, and just some of them really creep me out. I think the worst one that I will probably never watch that movie again is, oh my god, what was the name of it? The Fourth Kind? Is it something, is The Fourth Kind? Something like that. It was all like based on real experiences and stuff. That movie just freaked me out. But yeah, I'm not scared of the dark normally. I have to have like complete pitch blackness to even be able to fall asleep. Number 5, does your hometown have any scary stories or legends? I live in New England, so if you have read, or if you like to read ghost stories and stuff, like true stuff like that, I highly recommend the New England Ghost Stories books. Do I still have one? I don't think I have the book anymore. I think my brother stole it from me, but I think there's 2 or 3 of them. I can't remember who the author is. I'm sorry. If you type in New England Ghost Stories on Amazon, it probably will come up. There were so many stories in that book that just, I think it came out when I was like 13, 14 years old, but it just makes your skin crawl. It gives you goosebumps when you read these things. New England is like notorious for having ghost stories and stuff, but in my particular town, if you research or just look up the Bridgewater Triangle, it's like Bridgewater and to Dighton to, I don't remember all the towns it encompasses in Massachusetts, but there was a thing about it on Ancient Aliens one night, and that just was creepy because it's like, has to do with Indian sacred ground and everything, and Stephen could probably explain it to you better because he's into all that history stuff, but yeah, the Bridgewater Triangle has to do with my area. What is your favorite urban legend? The one that always sticks out in my mind is the one where like the guy and his girlfriend, or they change it all the time, but they're like in a car at like a makeout spot and they hear scratching on the outside of the door, and one of them gets out to go check, and then the other one ends up like opening the door and seeing a bloody hook on the door. I can't remember the exact story, but then like they look up and the other one's hanging above the car like with blood dripping down. That's the one I just always remember. And then, what is your scariest nightmare? I have recurring nightmares a lot. Two that come to mind that I actually haven't had in a while. I probably will now that I'm talking about it. I have one a lot that has to do with like dinosaurs roaming around the town and like being stuck in the house and not being able to leave, and kind of like trying to hide behind things so that like the T-Rex's eye comes in the window and I'm trying not to be seen so he doesn't eat me. And then kind of on the same trying to stay hidden thing is like a zombie dream that I have a lot, where the town's being overrun by zombies and I'm trying to hide and my whole family's trying to hide and board up the house and stuff. But yeah, that probably comes from the fact that I watch too many scary movies, but anyway, that was a quick 7-question tag if you guys would like to do it. I wasn't tagged to do it, but I just thought it would be fun. If anybody else would like to do it, please feel free, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.
Don't get scared, take a chance. Don't let it slip through your hands. Love will